What is going on, everybody? This is JMO back again, bringing you a couple of gameplays, trying to complete a challenge that I was called out on. But as you can see, if you look at the score, I got thrown into a game that had just started, and we are down by about 9 points, or about 10 points. Before I tell you the name of the challenge and what it consists of, you saw that I didn't try to capture A right away, and that's because since I got thrown into a game that had already started, I don't know if there's any enemies nearby waiting for somebody to show up so they can kill, just like it happened right there. And so now at this moment, I'm just providing cover for my teammates so they can go ahead and try to capture it, and so they won't get flanked from behind or from somewhere. So anyways, so now that we captured A, so the name of this challenge is called El Niño Challenge, and what it consists of is that you have to get to the mothership using no other score streaks. So if you look at my, which by the way, as you can see, I'm actually playing core instead of hardcore this time. But yeah, so if you look at the score streaks that I'm running, you'll notice that the only thing I got there is the mothership, nothing else. So that's part of the challenge. The other part of the challenge is that you cannot use, as a specialist, combat focus, and you cannot use Ante-Up as part of the perk to help you get points towards your score streak. And as you saw me die just now, I was a little confused on what I was able to do or not able to do, and by that, let me explain. There's another challenge going on where you pretty much have to do boots on the ground, where you cannot double boost jump or anything like that. And so I wanted to double jump, aim, and shoot, but I couldn't remember if I was allowed to do that on this challenge or not, though. But as I remember later on, that I am able to jump. Again, the only rules that apply to this challenge is mothership only as a score streak. Again, no combat focus and no Ante-Up. So again, that is the only rules of this challenge. So you're going to see me play extra careful on this game because of that. And also, if you notice that for those that have been following my channel, know that most of my content is pretty much mainly focused on hardcore playing. Now, the reason that I decided to go ahead and try to attempt this challenge playing core is because recently I've been having a hard time finding games in hardcore, and then the times that I do, most of the time it seems like I'm running into like a lot of trolls and like to team kill on purpose. So here I am starting the second half. As you remember, at the beginning of the game, my team was down by about 10 points. Now we're down by about 22 points, if my math is correct. So anyway, so yeah, so we're down by 22 points. Can we come back from that? Yes, we can. Will we do it? I guess you'll just wait and see, have to wait and see. And by the way, as you can see, I'm using the Draken with the thermo and rapid fire, which is, even though it's a sniper rifle, it really feels more like a like an assault rifle, kind of like the Shiva, just faster firing rate. Here you may be wondering, why did you get that kill and run? And that's because I'm waiting for them to come towards me, just like this, for me to go ahead and take him out. Just be waiting for him and take him out the way that I did. But yeah, so since it's core, sometimes I try to take advantage of the instant replay, where you can see who killed you and from where they were at when you got killed. So in situations like that, I kind of like to use that towards my advantage, to try to bait them in. And as you can see, we're still down by almost 20 points. Well, just under 20 points though. But yeah, so anyway, so I got my beehives, and so this is what I was waiting for, and this is what I was counting on. And as you can see, my beehives already started going to work, and I'm getting close to my mothership. So being extra careful. And I'm not going to lie, I missed my Cerberus. Had I had my Cerberus and another score streak, I probably would have gone to my mothership by now. So even though C is being captured, I still don't want to take unnecessary risks, only because we're only down by 10 points, but we have both A and B captured, and I'm close to my mothership, as I mentioned. And with these 200 points right here, I'll be that much closer. So again, as long as we keep on maintaining 2 points, covered, well, we just triple captured though, but B, it looks like it was about to be taken. So as long as we keep maintaining 2 flags captured, we should be able to pull ahead. So at this point of the game, we just barely passed them, and I got my mothership. The challenge is complete. So at this point I'm thinking, okay, we got the mothership, we just pulled ahead, we got this game in the bag. But what happens? We got a teammate that decides he wants to join and get in the mothership with me, which I wish we would be able to have an option to where we can lock teammates from joining in. It would help out a lot more if he would have stayed on the ground, keep on helping us maintain those points, A, B, and C, and let me do the work on the mothership. So at this point, there's not much for me to explain on what I'm doing, so I'll just let you enjoy seeing the mothership in action.
Multiple kills. Bravo Zulu. Be advised. Hostile HCXD spotted. Friendly UAV inbound. Losing C. Go confirm. Confirm 1 EKIA. Remote operator offline. Guardian actual. Remote operator connected.
So at this point, now that the mothership is done, I'm thinking we should have a nice comfortable lead. And so what do I see here? We're only up a couple of points. So I really don't understand that. We should have been able to be up by a lot more than just a couple of points. But either way, we're still pulling up ahead. And so now I know that the enemy is capturing A, so I'm about to go help capture C. But I know that my beehives are about to be able to be used in just a few seconds. So now that I got my beehives, now it's time for me to go ahead and go try to capture A. I'm just setting up myself a little protection in case they try to come get me while I try to go ahead and capture C. Okay, so now that I got a teammate to help out, it's time to go ahead and capture C. Okay, so we got Charlie now, but they got A and B, and so now they got the lead. So at this point now I'm trying to head over towards B and try to get some cover for my teammates to hopefully get them to be able to help capture B. But at this point, I pretty much know that the game is over. They only need a couple more points to go ahead and win. As you can see, my beehive got one last kill, but we pretty much ended up losing the game 199 to 200, which it was close to a comeback. We had the lead, we should have won, but I completed the challenge. It would have been nice if it was with the win. So on to the next game. I'm trying the challenge again. This is the very next game right after the one that we just lost by 1 point. The only thing is that on this particular one, we started 4 of us against 5 of them. So we started a little handicap, but it did soon turn 6-6. It was just in the very beginning, which that didn't stop me. I actually started in a good run, but this particular game presented its own set of challenges, which I'll explain to you guys as it happens. But yeah, so once again, the main challenge itself, I'm still trying, which is called El Niño. And again, that consists of getting to the mothership without the help of any other score streaks, cannot use combat focus, and cannot use Ante-Up. So let's try this challenge again. So at this moment, not only did I hear somebody downstairs, but I also heard the game announce that somebody's trying to capture C. So I tried to hurry up and come over here as fast as I could, but I was a little too late and somebody captured C. Luckily, we killed them fast enough and we recaptured it right back. So as I got a few kills inside the White House, I was anticipating for them to come back, and so I tried to come back over here. This is where my first challenge presented itself. Right as I was in the middle of the gunfight, I know this is going to sound as an excuse, but I promise you it's not. I had somebody stand in front of the monitor, and I was not able to see exactly what I was shooting in front. And even though I could have just easily detonated the C4, I wasn't even thinking about that. I was just thinking about the person in my house, if they can just move away from the monitor so I could see what was going on. Soon after that, it just caused a chain of reaction of deaths that I was unable to stop. For example, you saw me get killed by a grenade as soon as I spawned. So I tried to regroup by changing weapons, and no, that was a little too fast for you to see what I'm using though. So here's what I'm using. As you can see, I'm still not using Ante-Up. I'm using Scavenger, And so yeah, so that's the setup that I'm using. But my bad luck continued. As you can see right there, I got a kill and then I get dunked on. I spawned. As soon as I spawned, I got killed. So I'm just pretty much going to skip the first half up some, and only because it was just a continuous deaths that I was getting, like the ones that you saw, and some were just completely out of my control. So I'm trying to end the first half with at least a kill or two, and luckily I got at least 2 kills under my belt to help towards the mothership. Now about a minute or two of the second half is actually from theater mode, and that's because I was a little frustrated with some of the deaths, especially the spawn kills that I was getting, that I actually stopped recording for about a minute or two. And I eventually set my game capture to start recording again, but I just pretty much had to get my head on clear and just catch a breather, get my head back into the game. But one of the good things that was going on with this game, at least I was not dealing with any lag. So if I would have been dealing with any lag, to be honest, I probably would have just stopped completed recording. I would have finished the game, but I would not have continued recording. So at this particular point of the game, I'm starting to get relaxed. My head is back into the game, and I'm slowly finding my rhythm all over again. So as you can see, once that happened, I started getting some kills, and the mothership challenge seems like it's doable. At least that's that's what was going through my head at this point. So sometimes even me, which is probably one of the reasons why I probably don't live stream. You guys don't need to see me rage as much as I do. But yeah, and that's mainly because I hate dying. But to be honest, most of my frustration when it comes to this game is pretty much the lag, the spawns, the hackers, and most recently the hives. For some reason, it just don't seem to kill anybody. People either seem to be able to just walk through them, shake them off, or they just don't work at all. So I just don't know if it's just a matter of that the hives either got nerfed and the developers need to buff it up. And look at this guy right here. So anyways, yeah, so I don't know what's going on with the hives. They just don't seem to be as effective as they have been in the past. And then either that or somebody's hacking. I have no idea though, but lately, yeah, the hives have been an issue for some reason. And I'm sorry, this is not meant to be a venting, commentary gameplay. But getting back into the game, as you can see, we pulled even, and I got my hives. Now on the second half, what I noticed is that the enemy, for some reason, loves to come inside the church area. Now I know that there's also a sniper on the other side that's always looking to the window, which is the reason why you don't see me there that often. But again, I did notice that they keep on coming over and over towards inside the church area, which is why you see me come outside. And even when I didn't have my beehives, I was still outside of the church area. This is another close game, but with that right there, I got the mothership again. Challenge is complete, but we're still down 1 point. And you saw what happened on the last game. Even though it was a close game and we had the lead for a while, we ended up losing by 1. So I'm not trying to let that happen this time. So let's see what happens. So as you see the mothership do its thing and the challenge is complete, the 3 people that I'm actually calling out to do the challenge next is Super Aces of Super Aces Gaming, Best of AJ, and X13, which all 3 of them have a YouTube channel. Check them out. Again, you got Super Aces, check them out, Super Aces Gaming, Best of AJ, and X13 space HP. Again, they have nice game YouTube game channels. Check them out. All 3 of you gentlemen are called out to do the challenge next, and as you can see, this time not only did I get the challenge done, but I got it with a win. So I'm happy about that. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this gameplay, and I will catch you all soon.